Hello, I'm Emily Blunt. This is my husband, John Krasinski.
And we want you to join us for a double date.
So I win because I can think exactly of what I love about
like you, I like it when she wins.
Famous couples file for divorce almost every day. Yet, amidst the marriage cloud is a silver lining. Some couples have been married for 20 years and are still counting. These celebrities have proven that marriage can be a forever affair. Are you eager to know star marriages that endure? Join us as we delve into famous couples who have been married for over 20 years. Number 1. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. The first famous couple we can't help but swoon over is Hollywood actress Sarah Michelle Gellar and actor Freddie Prinze Jr. Who would have thought that these bright-eyed co-stars who met while filming the infamous 1997 slasher film, I Know What You Did Last Summer, would one day end up getting married and living happily ever after in their lives for more than 20 years. Their love story didn't exactly begin with flowers and sunshine. At first, when they met, they did not have that initial click. However, the tables turned in their favor when they became friends after filming had wrapped up. You know what they say about the best romances starting as friendships. This could be the secret hack, because their relationship blossomed into a beautiful romance about 3 years later. The story of their first date will give you butterflies because the two actors would describe it as an accident. They had been friends for a while now and were supposed to go out for dinner with someone else. But the third person didn't make it, so they decided to go anyway. The Buffy the Vampire Slayer star and the She's All That alum had that first date in the year 2000. Sarah Michelle Gellar describes their first date like this. We were just two people at dinner catching up. We had a long car ride and a long dinner, and things just happened. Prinze Jr. also declared that after their first date, he wasn't interested in dating or pursuing other girls. They were a match made in Hollywood heaven, and 2 years of a romantic relationship turned into an engagement, which they announced on Sarah Michelle Gellar's 24th birthday. From acting in movies such as I Know What You Did Last Summer, to playing Fred Jones and Daphne Blake in the live-action film Scooby-Doo, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar were the IT couple. They strutted on red carpets together in a lovey-dovey fashion, and by September 2002, they got married in Mexico at the El Carrayes Resort. They were dressed to the nines and had a list of celebrity guests, friends, and family in attendance, who bore witness to their union. The famous couple's love story continued to blossom. They kept working on their craft as actors and went on to reprise their roles in the 2004 film Scooby-Doo 2. By 2009, they welcomed their first child, Charlotte Grace Prince, and by 2012, they welcomed their son, Rocky James Prince. Not only were they blossoming in love, but they were also growing their family and blossoming as parents. Number 2. Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. Who would have thought that Ferris Bueller would be a match made in heaven with Carrie Bradshaw herself? Well, Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker certainly did. While they are worlds apart from the characters they played on screen, it is ironic that these two stars somehow found their way to each other and have been married since 1997. By all indications, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick have one of the longest relationships in Hollywood, and they have also managed to keep most of it out of the public eye. Perhaps that is their secret to a long-lasting marriage in Hollywood. As far as a timeline on their relationship goes, they began dating in the early 90s, got married in the late 90s, and have stayed married ever since. These two major stars were able to build their acting careers and love life all at once, which is truly admirable, to say the least. You must be wondering how these two worlds even collided in the first place, and we've got you covered on that. You see, Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick met in November 1991, after being introduced to Sarah Jessica Parker by her brothers Pippin and Toby, who founded the Naked Angels Theater Company. After 5 years of dating, in 1996, they made their Broadway debut side by side on the stage of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. They gushed to the press about their love for each other, and by 1997, they tied the knot at New York City's Angel Oransands Synagogue. The crazy part about their wedding is that they did not prep anyone for it. They invited 100 friends to a party that turned into a surprise ceremony. Their wedding ceremony, no doubt, was the beginning of their everlasting marriage. By October 2002, they welcomed their first child, a baby boy named James Wilkie, who was named after Broderick's late grandfather, James Broderick. Fast forward to 2009, The happy couple welcomed twin girls, Marion and Tabitha, via surrogacy. Sarah Jessica Parker opened up about her surrogacy journey, stating that she had tried and tried to get pregnant in the conventional way, but it just didn't work out. Needless to say, their beautiful family was growing, and their marriage was blossoming along the way. Their love story is one that every famous couple should aspire to have. By 2011, they celebrated 20 years together. They've admitted that marriage is about the good, decent, and bad days. While they try to keep their relationship private, they still gush about each other during interviews, walk red carpets together, and celebrate every milestone together after all these years. Number 3. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Next on the list is Hollywood royalty, Tom Hanks and his beautiful and talented wife, Rita Wilson. This famous couple first met on the set of ABC's sitcom Bosom Buddies in 1981. Their meeting wasn't exactly the start of a romance since Tom Hanks was married to his college sweetheart Samantha Lewis. They hit it off as friends while filming Bosom Buddies, and while Rita Wilson appeared in just one episode, Tom Hanks starred in the show for 2 seasons. Their meeting was magnetic. They instantly got along, and Wilson would decades later recount that first meeting and gush over how much of a good storyteller Tom Hanks was and is. That's why they got along. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson reunited in 1985 on the set of their first feature film, Volunteers. In this film, they played lovers, and the chemistry between their characters was everything it needed to be. This spiraled into a will they won't they situation between the duo. In an interview with GQ, Tom Hanks confessed that he asked Rita at the time if their chemistry was a real thing for her. According to him, it just couldn't be denied. By December 1986, they made their red carpet debut as a couple for the premiere of Three Amigos. While Hanks's divorce from his wife wasn't official until 1987, they were already broken up for a while before Hanks began a relationship with Wilson. A year later, in 1988, they married in true Hollywood fashion. Their wedding ceremony was the stuff of which marital dreams are made. Rita Wilson wore an untraditional, short wedding dress, and with Tom Hanks by her side, they had both won in life. Their connection was undeniable, and Tom Hanks confessed that it required some change on his part. According to the seasoned actor, he knew their relationship wasn't magic, as shown in the movies. He knew that marriage wasn't easy, but no matter what happened, they would always be with each other and get through it together. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's marriage has exceeded the test of time. They had 2 sons, Chester Chet Hanks, now a famous actor like his parents, and Truman Theodore, who works behind the camera in the TV world. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have celebrated milestones, produced movies together, and stayed together through it all. In 1993, they starred in their second film together. This time they played siblings in the iconic Sleepless in Seattle. Fast forward to today, and they're still going strong and showing the world a thing or two about love. Number 4. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne. Next up, we have a famous couple whose relationship has been a roller coaster of emotions and is still giving fans whiplash, in the best way possible. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne's love story is the type of story you write about or make movies about. They met in 1970 when Sharon was 18 years old. At the time, her father was the manager for Ozzy Osbourne's band, Black Sabbath. While their meeting was a crucial point of their story, no sparks flew at the time until several years later. In 1979, almost a decade after they met, Ozzy Osbourne was going through a rough time. He was kicked out of the band Black Sabbath because of his issues with substance abuse. At that time, he had hit rock bottom and was spending months at a hotel under the influence. This was a bleak period for the singer, but Sharon didn't let him give up. She took over as his manager and encouraged him to pursue a solo career. This led to the release of his 1980 debut single, Crazy Train, which was a hit. His single wasn't the only thing that turned out to be a hit because, around the same time, Sharon and Ozzy hit it off romantically and became a thing. Their relationship only blossomed thereafter. In 1982, the beautiful couple decided to tie the knot in Hawaii, but there was a twist. It turns out that they got married some months after Ozzy Osbourne had finalized his divorce from his first wife, Thelma Riley, whom he married when he and Sharon began their relationship. While their relationship didn't start on the straight and narrow path, they have been through quite a lot throughout their marriage. They had 3 children in the 80s, and at some point in 1989, Ozzy Osbourne was arrested for attempting to take Sharon Osbourne's life while under the influence. It's not unheard of that toxic relationships like this still pull through. Sharon and Ozzy were committed to each other, no matter the circumstances. Ozzy Osborne admitted that he wasn't exactly Prince Charming, and while Sharon Osborne didn't press charges, Ozzy was ordered to go to rehab for 3 months. While they have been married for 42 years, they briefly got separated in 2016 because of infidelity on Ozzy's part. Their marriage got back on track that same year, and they've continued to stay married through the ups and downs of celebrity life. Number 5. Leslie Mann and Jud Appattow. Another famous couple that has been married for over 20 years is the lovable duo of Hollywood actress Leslie Mann and filmmaker Jud Appattow. These lovebirds met in 1995, while Leslie Mann audited for Apatow's film, The Cable Guy. Their love story is truly the sweetest you could think of. Jud Appattow wasted no time in falling head over heels for the actress. However, Leslie Mann needed a little more convincing, and soon enough they went out on their first date to a basketball game. They spent a night together, and by the next morning, they were in love. Their love story sounds like something straight out of a romance movie. A year after their first film hit cinemas, they married in Hawaii. This was the beginning of their beautiful journey together, and 6 months after they had their first daughter, Maude Apatow, who is now following in her mother's footsteps as an actress. In 2002, they welcomed their second daughter, Iris Apatow, who is also on a fast track to becoming an established actress. Together, Leslie Mann and her 2 daughters starred in the movie Knocked Up and its sequel, This Is 40, role-playing their real lives as mother and daughters. It was a family production because not only were Leslie Mann and her children starring in these mother-daughter roles, but Jud Appattow was the director at the helm of the hit comedy film. Their marriage is the epitome of the perfect Hollywood relationship. They stay out of the drama and keep their love life private as they let their daughters shine in the industry. Jud Appattow once explained that the reason why they work so well is that they make an effort to understand each other. He confessed that they are both complicated people, but their marriage works because they want it to work and love each other. It is safe to say that many couples could take a page out of Leslie Mann's and Jud Apatow's secret to making their marriage last as long as it has. Number 6. Victoria and David Beckham. Victoria Beckham and David Beckham have the ultimate love story that can only happen once in a lifetime. They are yet another famous couple that scream power couple and couple goals all at once. According to David Beckham, who is a world-renowned soccer star, their love story began before they ever even met. Now you might be wondering how that's even possible. David Beckham confessed on the Ellen DeGeneres show that he knew he wanted to marry Victoria after seeing her on TV during her stint with the Spice Girls. Before he even met Victoria, he knew he wanted to marry her, and that's the kind of love at first sight story everyone dreams of. The stars were aligned for Victoria and David Beckham because even though they grew up 15 minutes away from each other in London, they didn't meet until years later at a football match. David Beckham said hi from across the room, and the rest, as they say, is history. By 1998, the young couple got engaged. It was a heavenly romance, and life had other gifts in store, because by 1999, they welcomed their firstborn, Brooklyn Joseph. That same year, they tied the knot in Luttrellstown Castle outside Ireland. Brooklyn was their ring bearer, and they had celebrity guests from Elton John to the Spice Girls and David's teammates. As the years went by, they had other children, traveled the world, and even dealt with rumors of marital troubles. They've had to squash divorce rumors more times than they remember. Victoria and her husband are used to ignoring the nonsense and carrying on as normal. Through it all, they stuck together and even renewed their vows in 2017. Fast forward to today, they are still stronger than ever. And Victoria threw David Beckham a 50th birthday bash. Victoria and David Beckham never shy away from telling the world how they feel about each other. Victoria once called David her soulmate, and fans were left swooning. At 2022, their eldest child, Brooklyn Beckham, got married to his girlfriend, Nicola Peltz. Victoria Beckham, or as we all used to know and love her, Posh Spice, wore a metallic piece from her clothing line as she and David Beckham walked hand in hand down the aisle of their son's wedding. Not only are they a couple of goals, but they have also created a tight-knit family and continue to live their best lives together. Number 7. Adam Sandler and Jackie Sandler. We have another global favorite moving on to the next couple on our list. Adam Sandler and Jackie Sandler first met on the set of Big Daddy in 1999. As two talented actors in the industry, the Hollywood gods sealed their love story and have been together ever since. While Adam Sandler is a much bigger name, his wife Jackie Titone Sandler can certainly hold her own. She began her career as a model and then worked her way to acting, and she's been in several films alongside her husband. The couple got married in 2003 in an outdoor Jewish ceremony at Dick Clark's oceanfront Malibu estate. It was a big wedding filled with celebrity guests, such as Jennifer Aniston, Sharon Osborne, and the rest of their guests. They welcomed their first daughter, Sadie, in 2006, and 2 years later, they welcomed their second daughter, Sunny. Both daughters have appeared in some of their father's films, including You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, where they starred alongside their father and mother. Their entire marriage and family are wholesome, to say the least. You can only watch in amazement at how Adam Sandler and Jackie Sandler have created a beautiful family they get to call theirs. The wedding singer star, Adam Sandler, has revealed that his secret to a good marriage is spending time with each other. He revealed that he and Jackie love spending time with each other and try to make each other laugh, listen, include, support, and try their best. That's it. The secret to a good marriage. It is clear that this blueprint is one everyone should follow. Number 8. Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance. Another famous couple worth swooning over is the incredible actress Angela Bassett and her husband, Courtney B. Vance, whose incredible acting work shines through. Their love story is beautiful and should be told from the rooftops. They first met as students at the Yale School of Drama in the 80s. They started as classmates until 1994, when they met again in Los Angeles. Their reunion prompted a romantic relationship as they went on their first date after bumping into each other while with friends. Their reconnection was bound to happen because Vance already had a girlfriend in drama school. Their friendship turned into a relationship, which turned into a marriage in 1997. They have been married for over 25 years, a powerful feat that could only be achieved by the best romance stories. Basset and Vance have been together since their first date, which Basset described as unmemorable. That's right, their first date was a disaster, but they gave it another shot. And by their second date, Angela Bassett's first impression of him had changed, and the second date was a turning point. Vance likes to describe it as a great date. By 2006, Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance welcomed twins via surrogacy. The How Stella Got Her Groove Back star opened up about 7 years of unsuccessful fertility treatments. Basset and Vance tried to get pregnant, but it wasn't happening. However, they reached a breakthrough when a friend opened their mind up to the idea of surrogacy. The more they learned, the more they knew it would be an answer for them, and it was. Angela Bassett and Courtney Vance have been through it all together and have stayed together throughout these years. Even the fleeting nature of Hollywood romances could never come between a love as strong as theirs. They have written a book together. The book was a way for the duo to share their love story, and it's titled Friends, A Love Story, a joint memoir of their relationship, and it was published in 2007. With more than 2 decades of being married to each other, Angela Bassett shared her secret to a successful marriage, and spoiler alert, she states the need to be married to the right person, whether you're in the industry or not. Angela Bassett's secret to a successful marriage is a gold mine. It is no wonder her marriage has lasted a lifetime and is still on a golden track forever. Number 9. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington. Regarding marriages that have lasted a lifetime, movie star Denzel Washington and his stunning wife and actress, Pauletta Washington, fit the bill. The Equalizer star met his wife, Pauletta, on the set of his first movie, Wilma. This was the 70s, so it's mind-blowing that their relationship is still alive and well to this very day. While they met back then, it wasn't until months later that they spoke. They were at a friend's party, and everything began to change from that moment. They got married in 1983 and built their beautiful family with 4 children, who were blessed to have such loving and super successful parents. Denzel Washington never fails to dote on his wife. He gives her all her flowers for raising their children and turning their house into a home. While receiving awards, he never fails to speak highly of his wife. During a speech while accepting the American Film Institute's Life Achievement Award in 2019, he confessed that he wouldn't survive without his wife's love and support. He proclaimed that he would not be alive without Pauletta Washington, And perhaps this is what it is all about, having a partner that loves and supports you as much as you love and support them. Fast forward to today, Pauletta Washington continues to support Denzel Washington. As Denzel Washington says, he is blessed with the greatest woman in the world. She holds everything together in their family, and their marriage is one that everyone should aspire to have. Their 3 children, Katia, John David, and Olivia, are all adults now and were spotted alongside Pauletta as they supported Denzel Washington at the opening night of Othello on Broadway in March 2025. They have over 40 years of love and marriage, which takes the cake. Denzel Washington has built a solid career in the film industry, and with Pauletta by his side, it has been a remarkable journey. One of their children, John David Washington, is following in his parents' acting footsteps. He starred in various movies, including Malcolm and Marie, alongside Zendaya. Perhaps one day, he would also find a love as everlasting as the one between his parents. Number 10. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Another Hollywood romance we can't help but drool over is the one between Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. They are one of Hollywood's most iconic couples, and they've shown us what true romance looks like both on screen and off. These incredibly talented actors first met through a mutual friend in 2008. Before their paths crossed, John Krasinski was a longtime admirer of Emily Blunt's talent and charm. He vividly remembers the impact her performance in The Devil Wears Prada had on him when the movie debuted in 2006. Not only was the film a hit, but Krasinski was captivated by Blunt's portrayal of the abrasive yet endearing character, Emily. He was so taken by the film that he watched it not just once, but nearly 70 times thereafter, becoming an enthusiastic viewer who appreciated the intricacies of her performance with each viewing. Fate brought them together in 2008, marking the beginning of a new and exciting chapter in both their lives. Their first date, filled with laughter and good conversation, solidified their connection. As their relationship blossomed, John realized that the woman he had admired from afar was someone he wanted to build a future with. By August 2009, just a year after they met, John took the next significant step and proposed to Emily, sealing their bond with a promise of love and partnership for years to come. The speed of their engagement reflected not just chemistry, but a profound sense of understanding and companionship that they both cherished deeply. This iconic Hollywood couple has been married since 2010. They married at George Clooney's estate in Lake Como and have been together ever since. Here it is if you need even more proof that they're amazing together. In 2013, Emily Blunt confessed in an interview that meeting John Krasinski changed her life. The support she felt from him always made her feel invincible. For her, having someone behind you on your good days and in front of you on your bad days meant everything. In 2014, they welcomed their first child, their daughter, Hazel Grace, and they were incredibly happy. They keep serving cute moments together on red carpets and during award ceremonies, all these years together, and their romance still shines on. There's nothing quite like a solid marriage and partnership that makes the world a little bit better. In 2016, they welcomed their second daughter, Violet Krasinski, and by 2018, their first film, A Quiet Place, was released in theaters. In the movie, they played a couple trying to survive in a world filled with dangerous, sound-sensitive creatures. Fortunately for the duo, they survived making this movie together. And according to John Krasinski, they would have been announcing their divorce if working with his wife hadn't go the right way. Not only are Emily Blunt and John Krasinski lovers and parents, but they are also each other's biggest supporters. They never fail to praise one another's acting skills and success in the industry. The icing on the cake is that viewers saw them work together again. They reprised their roles with the second installation of A Quiet Place. While they were reluctant to do it at first, they eventually came around. John Krasinski is yet another famous husband who praises his wife any chance he gets. He said he wouldn't be anywhere in life without her, and we just can't help but swoon over this sentiment. John Krasinski was named People's Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive in 2024, and like all of us, Emily Blunt was left swooning. Emily Blunt was excited for her husband when she heard of his new title. She even joked that she would put wallpaper in their house if he were ever crowned with the title. Today, they are still as in love as they've ever been. They spend quality time together and raise their kids in a home filled with love. These famous couples are living proof that marriage in the spotlight can last a lifetime. if you have all the right ingredients to make it work. Not only are they successful in their crafts, but they are also in love, which is worth celebrating. Which of these famous couples is your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more celebrity content.